Hey, what's up guys? This is Dr. Ryan Sousley. This is your 5 Minutes Fire today. Proud to have a real good friend of mine, actually two good friends of mine. The other one's holding the camera. Thanks, Dr. Sam. But this is Dr. Brandon Schreiner. He was on our podcast just recently. If you haven't listened to that, definitely recommend go listen to that. Win Your Health on iTunes. We just talked about a lot of really amazing tips. So Dr. Brandon, Dr. Sam have a practice in
Lewis Center, Ohio. Columbus, Ohio, basically. So
in Ohio, as you can tell, super fit dude. Made it really high up in the wrestling world and just has an amazing, athletic background, but also now him and his wife just do amazing things for their patients. So I wanted to let him talk to you just for a minute, just about consistency and about getting the most out of your body on a regular basis.
Yeah, so someone asked me this question the other day. They're like, okay, so what's the number one reason why somebody won't become healthy? And that's because of commitment. I think the number one reason why someone won't stay healthy, or someone comes out of the gate hot but fizzles out, is consistency over time. They've been studying Russians, and in Russia, like in wrestling, right? You hop into an American wrestling room, and everyone's just kind of going super hard. But in Russia and other countries, they're very consistent. They look at exercise as kind of like play and fun. And so I look at that with our health. If you can come out of the gate super hot, super on fire, but then in 28 days just fall off the wagon. So the number one thing that I see is just stay consistent over time. So there's 5 essentials of max living. That's sometimes could be a fire hose to the mouth. If you're like, hey, I'm going to do 100% of those all the time, every single day. I don't know about you, but I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
But if I can take these 5 essentials and I can do each one of them 75 to 80%, oh my gosh, you're going to be healthier than 95% of the world.
Yeah.
Because there's no off days. I tell patients all the time, well, why do you stay so healthy? I'm consistent because I don't ever take a day off. There's never really a day that I'm not trying to do one of these 5 essentials at least 75 to 80%.
Yeah. And I've always said that too. If you're just looking forward to the day where you can take a day off of your normal routine, then that means your normal routine's not serving you very well. It's either too stressful, it's too difficult, it's not enjoyable, you don't like it, or it's confusing and it's frustrating. And I've been there too. So I think what Dr. Brandon tells his patients, I would tell you guys too, is you don't have to be perfect, but you do have to be consistent.
Yeah.
It's imperfect action on a consistent basis, and then let's build a routine for your life that you actually enjoy, you can commit to, you can stay consistent with, and then like everything in life, you just build on that day after day, month after month, year after year. And the way you run a marathon is one step at a time. I know it's cliche, but it's true. Eventually you look back and you're like, man, I thought I could never run a marathon, but all I did was I just kept putting one foot in front of the other, And so I know for a lot of you might feel like I could never do what you're telling me to do, Dr. Ryan or Dr. Brandon. But listen, you don't have to do what we're doing. You don't have to commit to the whole thing right away. Just focus on what that next step looks like, and then just commit to taking one step. You can do one step and take that one step today, and then tomorrow take another step. Before you know it, you'll be at the finish line looking back going, holy smokes, I never thought that was possible. And it was just because you stayed consistent. So I appreciate you dropping some wisdom on our patients and our Summit family. Thank you, Dr. Sam, for being an inspiration and holding the camera today. And that's it. So this is Dr. Ryan, 5 Minutes Fire. See you next time.